At the beginning of the school year, when it was time to get on the train from Connecticut to Charlottesville, my mother asked me if I was excited to start my third year. I said I was excited, but I was also afraid for it to end. And she said, yeah, it's your last year at Swope, isn't it? She's a pretty wise woman. Needless to say, I've been writing this speech for a long time. Now that I'm giving it, it's kind of hard to explain how it feels. Just in case, I have a reminder here in my notes. It says, do not cry, Swope will make fun of you. I consider my first time really meeting Swope to be the first VG mixer I ever went to, the day after I got in. As odd as this might sound, it's one of the most important events I've been to at UVA. The first few weeks of college are really exciting and also really difficult. And I went into New Guy Week with the typical brand new first year attitude. I was a little wary and I was a little lost. The mixer was called Cooking with Kappa. We were a lot more creative back then. I arrived to find then President River Bennett entertaining the entirety of the Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority in the backyard, and every other VG hard at work cooking. After learning Melina's delicious recipe for jalapeno poppers, and watching Swope get those same jalapenos in his eyes, I headed home feeling a little confused and still unsure of how I was going to be a part of VGs. And then I got the text. A text that I saved in handwritten form on a post-it note since 2012. It said the following: Hey Roman, I hope you had a good time tonight. You're going to be a great VG. Get some sleep for the bells. It may not seem like much, and maybe it isn't, but it taught me one of my most cherished beliefs. A simple gesture of friendship is better and more important than almost anything else we get to experience. If nothing else, Swope understands this deeply. Swope's time in VGs is characterized by this kind of subtle but important action. He attacks every position, from alumni chair to president, with the same attitude. No one on this stage understands the value of giving time and asking for nothing in return better than he does, and his presence as a leader has been a defining characteristic of all of our time in the group. It is impossible and pointless for me to try and condense everything Swope has given me into this speech. I consider that text to be a microcosm of it all. It's not big, grandiose gestures that make someone your brother. It's the small actions that count for everything. There's an old cliche for this kind of speech where I take the VGs would be lucky to get another guy like Swope. That will not happen. There is only one Alexander Swope, and I have been blessed to call him my friend. Thank you.
It's all right, Alex.
You cry the whole night through. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Rum bum bum bum, rum bum bum bum, rum bum 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 bum, rum bum bum bum. And now you say you're sorry for being so untrue. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river, 'cause I cried a river over you. You drove me nearly out of my head. For a while you never shed a tear, babe. Well, just to prove that you do, why don't you cry me a river? Cry me a river, 'cause I cried a river over you. Now you say you love me. Well, just to prove that you do, come on and cry me a river. Oh, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. I cried a river over you.